Okay, hi everyone, how are you? Really sorry about what went on today. That's the trouble with internet and black spots, I'm afraid. I can't really control where the internet is, but we've got through it, and I'm obviously doing this pre-recorded recap of the roundtable last night, which was a Monday 30th of May with Ash Mufareh. First of all, a big thank you for everybody who turned up live to that, and also a big thank you to the people that turned up to my live today that didn't go very well. A special thank you to Armand, who sent me a super sticker, and very, very grateful for that, for supporting me as well. So let's get started then. Ash came on, lots of excitement really, and some great updates. So I'll go through everything as best I can to break it all down for you guys. He came on, he says, we have got it, game on everybody. We need to buckle up for the best shape of our life. Why? Because all those ducks are almost in a row, and we are now moving very, very quickly into the next stage. If you remember all of the recaps that I did through last week, 3 times we saw Ash last week, and each time he gave us more and more information of how we are progressing. Things are moving fast. So he started off by saying some people's registrations have got invalid emails. There's various reasons for this. One of them is because people are putting a plus sign in the phone number field. And remember, in that phone number field, all you need to do is put in your number. You don't even have to put in the country code. That is immaterial. So make sure there is no plus signs. But they are, as always, ONPASSIVE do things that need to be done. They are going to make that field acceptable for other things, but very soon, okay, it's going to get sorted. But for now, please, no plus signs in the field. This is throwing up an error for emails. Okay, within the fields as well, if your first or last name has only 1 letter, it will not be accepted. Okay, you need to have a minimum of 3 letters for those fields to be required. Okay, so need to think about that when you are filling those out. That restriction is going to be taken down, and it will be allowed to have 1 letter in the future. Okay, but for now, okay, have to have 3 letters. But going forward, and as soon as we find out, you will be allowed to put in those just 1 letter if you can do. Again, no, you don't need to put in a country code in that phone number. Also, another big thing is you do not have to wait now when new registrations come through for the verified email to come through to your email. We are using a bounce type of system that pings that email to make sure it's valid, and that is instantaneous. So as soon as you register, you can now log straight into your back office because you don't need to wait for that verification email to come through. All sign-ups will now be instant, okay, and it will make this process a much easier and simpler way for new people that are joining. Let's talk about NDAs. Okay, we are finishing up a new systematic process today. Actually, is today, and by the 1st of June, any unacceptable signatures will get an email to tell them that they need to go ahead and re-sign their NDAs. This will pop up when you log into your back office, so you can sign it. This will then reset the signature date of that NDA. This has nothing to do with your joining date or anything like that. This is just for compliance reasons, okay, for the NDA's date that it was signed. Okay, they are also going to keep the copy of the old NDA just for records. What we don't want to have is in the future, if someone said I didn't sign it or somebody else signed it or whatever, we need to keep a copy of this. So it doesn't affect any of the money, any of the commissions you will be getting. All it's going to change is the date on that NDA. So the last week on May the 20th, 21st and 22nd, we had a few glitches with the payments. This was known out from the company. Multiple payments happened. Now 100% of these have now been confirmed. Now if you have not had a refund, okay, please go ahead and send a ticket in to support. You can do this either via your sponsor, or you can send it directly to support@ofounders.net or support@onpassive.com. Either of those will get through to the right people. Make sure you put on the header refund for multiple payments. Okay, if you have a double payment and not received the extra payback in a few days, then send this ticket in like I've said. Refunds have been given to all the founders that had multiple positions, but a few recently, and this is only a handful, but we are dealing with those right now. Ash went on to say as well that on the Arabic webinar, and I've spoken about this on other bits and pieces as well, that this very kind lady from Yemen, okay, had 10 founders, and he explained that he is gifting those 10 founders plus all pending founders that were in Yemen, 1,172 to be precise, and roughly 126 more have registered since then, but that's all closed now, and this is one-off, guys. Not going to happen again, not going to be for anybody else, etc., only for what he wanted to do. They've had to actually put a new invoice part in, so that actually says gifted in there, because obviously there needs to be a paper trail of money going in and out from the company to other places. So they actually had to rewrite a whole new bit for that. So the Indian event on Wednesday, 360, will be going ahead. Okay. The other big news is that tomorrow on the 360 we will announce the final date of the O Founders registration. We know that it's going to be between